Hello everyone, good afternoon. This is Dr. P. Athahar Samina Khan, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English and Foreign Languages at MITS. Um, Today, we are going to discuss a very important topic, conflict resolution skills and techniques. Before we enter into the actual content of conflict resolution, I would like to discuss some general things with you that would really make the sense of making of life. You must have heard making of a movie, making of an event, or something like that. So, this is the topic which would really focuses on how to make our life successfully and how to see and how to absorb, how to inspect, how to perceive so many things in our lives that would definitely give a chance to us to make our life a successful one. We need to understand these points effectively because everybody is not a born talented one, right? So each and everyone has their own perceptions in the life, but we have to get all these perceptions and mold them for our benefit and make our life successful, isn't it? So there are one category of people who gets these kind of skills and techniques by birth, undoubtedly, because I have seen many of that kind of people around me. But I have also seen certain people who would like to develop their skills by knowing, by observing, and absorbing them. So, this is also one such uh, a topic for us where you can learn something if you really want to become a successful person in your life. See, we must have observed heroes in the movies who, though they come across certain conflicts, you must have known about conflict, right? The synonym of that is uh, controversy or a situation where you feel it's controversial. So, a conflict is the word that actually talks about differences of opinions when we discuss in a particular group or when we have a casual talk with our friends or in a particular meeting or with a committee or something. So where there are some differences of opinions, it's quite natural, it's quite common that conflicts exist. Fine. But actually, how to deal with these conflicts? That is what we are going to deal here as the skills of techniques of these conflicts. How to make the resolutions once we understand really how can we make this or how can we change these conflicts into a soft and understandable environment. So, when you come across these heroes in movies, they don't have many such obstacles as whatever the direct writes his script, the hero will move accordingly and he would emerge successfully in his life. But that is the real life. Always, we cannot expect that would happen in our real life. So, real life is something different from real life. Fine. So, in real life, we have to, accept the challenges and whatever that comes across in our lives when we walk, when we turn, when we move to higher positions everywhere, right from our childhood, I reiterate, because childhood is also not an exceptional for this kinds of conflicts, right? Right from our childhood, we should know how to move and how to make a benefit one for us, all these things. We should make these conflicts a benefit one for our experiences, and we should move forward and make our lives a successful one. So let us see what is conflict resolution actually. So, the conflict resolution involves methods and processes aimed at facilitating the peaceful ending of conflict or a retribution. See, I told you no differences of opinions. When we discuss on something, we have different kinds of what do you call the statements to be put on in a group. Slowly, what happens that leads to a conflict. It's quite natural. Here, exactly, our emotions should be balanced and we should see and we should take a peaceful ending on a conflict. So, that is what conflict resolution. And also, it encompasses various strategies that emphasize communication, collaboration, and negotiation to address disputes effectively. So, we need to understand here that conflicts are quite natural and common, but we need to address them so that we can have a happy ending for that, or at least to find out a proper solution for that. Okay. Now, why are conflict resolution skills important? Yes, they are important because when you master conflict resolution, it builds not only a strong professional relationship but also a confident identity. Yes, you would be definitely identified, recognized when you are able to address this conflict and build or try to build a strong professional relationship. So these are the tools that take forward to shape your future responses. And in education, conflict resolution skills are vital as they encourage understanding and empathy among students. These skills transition into the professional realm, enhancing teamwork, fostering a healthy work future. See, if you want to have a healthy work future, you should learn how to take or how to get a solution for any conflict that exists in our lives, right? So, which are core conflict resolution skills? Yeah, there are 5 core conflict resolution skills. Number 1, clear communication. Number 2, emotional awareness. Number 3, active listening. Number 4, assertiveness. Number 5, collaboration and negotiation strategies. So let us go ahead. Let us move ahead one after the other to see clearly what uh, actually the clear communication and why it is necessary in achieving these conflict resolutions or to emerge successful when there is a conflict. Yes. Number 1, clear communication. Yes, it is the foundation. What it is so called, it is a foundation. See, when we speak clearly with other people, when we see in a way that the communication exists in a right and understandable way, and that should not be misunderstood, then there is a chance of no conflict existing. Right? Yes. So we have to avoid misunderstandings. Clear and direct communication reduces confusion and prevents conflicts from escalating. Yes, absolutely. Using correct statements. See, English is a medium of instruction which can be used in several directions, mostly with the use of punctuation and usage of certain phrases. So when we misunderstand or write the phrases in a wrong way, or something like usage of punctuation in a wrong manner, then definitely it there is a chance of getting misunderstood by the people. Yes, I will tell you an example, very simple, perhaps very powerful. Once upon a time, a judge gives the verdict on a piece of paper because in the ancient times there was no communication digital as we are experiencing now or enjoying now. There was written message to be sent to the concerned people through a piece of paper. So the judge writes in the piece of paper that hang him not, leave him. Hang him not, comma, that's the punctuation, leave him, right? But the person who types that statement who gives wrong punctuation, that is, hang him, comma, not leave him. Okay? Hang him, comma, not leave him. So with just one punctuation mark of comma, there the scenario completely changed. You can understand very well now. So punctuation is a powerful tool to make it clear and usage of correct statements. Yes. And then importance of non-verbal cues. Non-verbal, that is very important when you communicate with others. You can show your empathy, you can show your politeness, you can show your attitude only through your expressions. That is what we call non-verbal cues. See, this can at least be learned by standing in front of the mirror, what you are doing, how you are showing your facial expressions, how your eyes are contacting, how you are showing your attitude. So once you come to know what is the right attitude when we meet people, how we can express through our body language is as important as that. You need to learn this. Fine. The next comes emotional awareness. Yeah. Pause to understand before you respond. Yes. So when you communicate with others, sometimes there is chance of getting the people's emotions triggered. I tell you one example for your better understanding. Recently, I have visited Hyderabad and I called a cab to move to the airport. There, the cab came, and once I took a looked at the cab, it was, condition of the last stages. I must say that. Mm, the moment I saw that, I asked the cab driver, "Will it work? Is it in condition?" That immediately triggered the driver's emotions. And he answered me very rudely, "What do you think of my car? My cab is in a good condition. How can you say so?" I understood that my point triggered the emotion of that person, and immediately I settled down myself. I consoled myself. Yeah, that was not the right statement you should have passed. Then I managed to somehow. So that is how the communication should exist. It should not trigger the emotions of the person opposite to us, right? We should have that emotional intelligence that begins with self-awareness. Yes. So we need to think before expression, what we think. How are we communicating with that person? How it happens after 1 minute. So you need to stop for a while and think about that. And then pause, breathe, and then respond thoughtfully, or whatever you'd like to communicate, then you can speak to them. So think before expression is as important as that. Then read the room. So, read the room is what? I should have analyzed the person's emotions when I looked at him. When I look at a person or some audiences, you need to analyze their their expressions, how they feel when you talk about something, all these things, right? So definitely all these things, when we follow all these cues, there may be certain note of avoiding conflicts, right? So avoiding conflicts, it's straight away getting to your point and getting success. That is the ultimate thing that we want, right? Yes, the next one, active listening, the power of silence. So listen, don't hear. So you need to understand the difference between hearing and listening. Fine. So what the difference makes here? So here, when you hear, you don't note down anything. You may not have that concentration. You may not possess that absorbing capacity. Fine. You instead simply you hear the sounds of a person who is delivering over there. But listen is straight away opposite to this word here. listen with all the absorption, right? What the opposite person want to convey in terms of message or the core message, the intensity should be more, right? With intensity, you hear a person is called listening, right? So when you hear properly or when you listen to them exactly, you would understand what is going to happen and you would react accordingly, and that makes no room for any conflict. Yes, hold your thoughts, give the speaker time to express themselves fully, no interruption. Okay, once you listen to him or her carefully, then you can express, then understand, acknowledge, and reflect. Once you listen to them carefully, then you can build a rapport in between you and other people, other person, right? So then you can promote empathy and clarity, resolve conflicts by addressing underlying issues. Yes, the next one, assertiveness, the balance of power. See, I would like to see this image here. There, before we go into the detailed study of this assertiveness, here two balls are there. Now, first one is showing a passive thing, and the next one is aggressive thing. Right? These two balls are intersected with one line, that is assertiveness. Okay. So, what I would say, the people should not be in a passive mode and even not in aggressive mode. The one which clearly takes both of these things and makes a different one and a new thing, that is assertive, that is assertiveness. Assertiveness, yes, we must be with assertiveness but not with passive identity or aggressive identity. So, respect without submission. See, being passive or submissive, being submissive, both are same, right? When we listen to somebody, we are not supposed to be passive and accept for all those things what they say, whether they are right or wrong. You may have your own things to calculate, and you must come with that assertiveness, not with aggressiveness, then. Okay? See, people may know some things sometimes better than others, undoubtedly. But at the same time, we should not supposed to convey this message in an aggressive manner, but you can be in an assertive way. How you can be in an assertive way? Be with your reasons, with your illustrations, with your confidence in language, okay? Clarity, politeness, and direct words. See, all these things provide you certain strength to your words or the content what you want to talk about there, right? So that maintenance of calm tone and steady eye contact also helps you to be with confidence and be with assertiveness, right? So why you have to maintain this assertiveness? To make your ground stand firm, right? And that's how you should show certain examples, illustrations, reasons to the opponent so that they would understand you better, that you are not an aggressive person or a passive person, right? You need to balance in between these two. So you need to defend on your boundaries so that it ensures you are heard and taken seriously in group dynamics. Okay. Now, collaboration and negotiation, the win win situation. So, the mutual benefit value. See, when you have this kind of understanding, definitely there is mutual understanding between the two, and that will have the benefit value, definitely. So, collaborative conflict resolution focuses on interests, not positions. It finds solutions that benefit all parties. So, you're not only the one going to be benefited out, the opposite party. That really makes your surroundings, your state or your nation healthy, of course. Yes. When parties struggle to agree, involving a neutral mediator fosters understanding and fair negotiation. Right. See, when you feel like Now, it is not the condition to be able to understood properly. You can seek help, right? You can have negotiation. Don't hesitate to have fair negotiations. Again, negotiation, fair negotiation, we need to understand it properly. So, fair negotiation will always avoid conflicts, right? Negotiation may also sometimes trigger that kind of conflict. So, always you should have that understanding with fair negotiation. Yeah. Then focus on what needs to be achieved. Yes. Yes. There is a saying in Telugu also. Um, See, this is our work. We should be able to do that now. So let us be submissive for quite some time, and then we can have the we can once we fulfill our target, then we would see later to make the point, right? So this saying adds some sense to this particular topic, conflict resolution skills and techniques. Yes, that really works. After all, our elder people, our ancient people had have made this kind of statements, which was absolutely fine to make our lives right. So focus on what you need to be achieved. Don't distract. Don't devoid yourself. Okay, you be stick on to your original point that is necessary right at the moment to move ahead. Right. So to build a team cohesion, to reduce the ego-based conflicts, this is what very necessary. Fine. So we will move on to how does conflict resolution help in transitioning to professionalism. Yeah. Now, did you understand that it is something like professionalism? Once we see that this is not the way, this is how we should move, what all these take you to? Absolutely, they take you to your professionalism, right? So, conflict resolution cultivates professionalism by nurturing self awareness, emotional control, and respectful collaboration. These traits are essential as students step into diverse and dynamic workplaces. Yes, by resolving conflicts constructively, individuals build stronger relationships. Yes. At the end of the day, what do we need? To be with stronger relationships, to maintain a peaceful life, right? To to get all those kinds of challenging situations into win-win situations, right? That is a success. That is what we call success. See, we can't escape from the challenges of life, so it's better we learn how to eradicate or how to manipulate these challenges that will throw us into win-win situations. So first of all, this is what we need to understand what professionalism means. Professionalism doesn't come to anyone by birth. Fine, doesn't come by birth. It has to be understood, it has to be learnt, and finally, if it is necessary, it has to be manipulated. Then you can see, with this commitment only, you can grow. You can see your growth. You can see your personal and professional growth as well. So, once you understand this, better you see the repercussions or results. Yes. What do students gain from conflict resolution? We have been discussing the same. So, once again, let us have it is the conclusion part. So, finally, what do students gain from the conflict resolution? So, students gain the essential skills that are crucial for both personal and academic success. Resolving conflicts teaches effective communication, enhances problem solving abilities, and fosters empathy. Fine. Which are the crucial things to build or to become from a graduate to a young professional? These are very important. This is how, when you put focus on what are these traits to understand and to cope up with conflict resolution, you will become a better young professional from a graduate. So that is the need of the hour. Yes, and also students improve their ability to handle stress and become more self aware. These skills not only enhance the college experience but also prepare students to future careers by making them more adaptable, confident, and effective team members. Absolutely. So, finally, we could see what are those skills that students acquire by understanding conflict resolution techniques, problem solving, emotional intelligence, patience, impartiality, empathy, stress management, clarification, identifying solutions, etc. Yes, if you want to become a right person in the society, if you want to hold that successful career in your life, you need to understand these things. Just you may observe that this is so simple, yet these simple things only take you to highs. So finally, Thomas Crumb says the quality of our lives depends on not whether or not we have conflicts, but on how we respond to them. Yes, absolutely. So you need not to move away from conflicts, but you need to address them. That holds you in a positive position and shows you a right solution for making your career. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.